Once you start day trading and you do it successfully, it fucks up your perspective of money. Like I remember losing $150,000 last year, and it didn't really faze me too much. Obviously, I was making more than my losses, but if somebody saw 150K loss and they're like, holy fucking shit, like that's a fuck ton of money. So, yes, it is a fuck ton of money, and to me, it still is a fuck ton of money, but it doesn't really hit you the same way, you know? Kind of like, you know, and I don't really like comparing myself to like big investors or traders or people with like huge companies and stuff. But, you know, take for example, like Elon Musk, right? If you were to go out and you were to buy a brand new Bugatti, right? A Bugatti is probably like 1% of his net worth. I can't even do the math right now, right? But it's, you know, it's probably the equivalent of, you know, you going out to the store and buying a Snickers bar and him going out to the store and buying a Bugatti, right? That's probably how they see the that's probably what their perception is of money. And life really does work in percentages, right? Because, you know, somebody who's working, let's say like a regular retail job, right? They go out and they base what they spend on is what they can afford, right? What their salary is, right? So if they're making $1,000 a week, right? Or let's say like $1,500 every, like $3,000 a month, right? Something like that. They go out and they buy, I don't know, like a AMC. They want to go to the movies, right? And then they're like significant other, right? Like that's a whole like, that's like $60, $70, $80 just for two people. You gotta weigh that against what you actually have in the bank, right? But when it comes to people with a lot more money, they're just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'll rent out the whole like private room just for us. And again, it's the perspective of money, right? Where really, it's kind of like once you start making a shit ton of money, instead of actually like, let's say your treadmill's broken, right? And you're like, you know what? Let's pay somebody to fix it, right? Instead of paying buy another treadmill for like $800. The perception here is that one person will try and fix it. The other person will be like, fucking throw it out and just buy a new one.